विष्णु कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all again for the second day of this session on Sadhu Sanga. So just to do the quick revision of what we saw yesterday so that we can connect it with what we are going to discuss today. So yesterday we discussed about what is the need of Sadhu Sanga. Okay. And then we discussed that who is a Sadhu, who can be called as Sadhu. We saw the primary and secondary characteristics of a sadhu. So primary characteristic, we saw that one who has taken complete shelter of Krishna, Krishnaika Sharanam, and one who is following the path of pure devotional service as per the verse mentioned by Srila Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrut Sindhu, which is Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam Anukulyena Krishnanushīlanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So, and we saw those who have these primary characteristics, the secondary characteristics like cleanliness, humility, compassion, tolerance, all these secondary characteristics will automatically develop, because Shastras say that yasyasti bhaktir bhagavat akinchana sarvair gunai tatra samasate suraha. So those who are sadhu, for in them these secondary qualities will automatically develop. So the deciding factor for someone to call as a sadhu is his primary characteristics basically. Then we discuss about the sangha, that what is effective sangha, and we saw the definition given by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and we discussed about there should be a preeti. So the central point among the relationship between any devotees is preeti, affection. There should be concern and care for each other, and that concern should be for each other's progress in the spiritual life. So that is the central point of Sangha. And then we try to see that how this Sangha can be developed. And then we came to the verse in the NOI, Nectar of Instruction, where Rupa Goswami Pad says that Dadati Pratigrunati Guyam Akhyati Prachati Bhumte Bhojayate Chaiva Shadvidham Priti Lakshana. So then we saw that first the four lakshanas or four exchanges happen among devotees, that is Dadati Pratigrunati. And then Bhumte Bhojayate happens. Sometimes they call us for prasad, sometimes we give them some prasad. And that is how it starts developing. And when these four characteristics form a bond between the devotees, there is a form of affection, there is a form of preeti, then what happens? Then the Guhyam Akhyati Prachati can happen. So till this yesterday we discussed. So today we will be discussing. Now this was what yesterday we discussed was general discussion. Okay, there was no gradation in the devotees. So now someone may say, what is the gradation in the devotee? So as you know, in the Nectar of Instruction, Rupa Goswami Pad explains about the Kanishta Bhakta, Madhyam Bhakta, Uttam Bhakta. So what are our, how should be our exchanges in a Sangha with different categories of devotees. So that we will try to discuss today. Okay, and we'll also see very interesting examples from Ramayana and other scriptures, where we see that what is our position in respect to any sangha, what location we should be taking. Okay, so yeah. So those of you who were not present yesterday, I think this revision will help you to take further into today's topic. So actually, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Swami, in his commentary on Nectar of Instruction, he says that how these 6 principles apply to a junior, to a mid, bhakta at our level, equal level, and to with the senior. Okay. So with the juniors, what happens is, or with the Kanishta Adhikaris, they have come newly in bhakti. So there we don't try to show that how much we have progressed and how much we are doing well in bhakti, and you are still at a lower level. No, what is our location? We have to see that we have to be more compassionate towards them, because when from a non-devotee to someone is trying to be a devotee, there are lot many struggles one has to pass through. We all have passed through. So remembering that, we have to be compassionate toward that Kanishta Adhikari devotee. We have to be more considerate and encouraging. It's not that you have to come to 8 rounds in 2 months or 3 months, or you have to reach to 16 rounds in 5-6 months. Just put pressure on them. That is not the way we form relationship with the Kanishta Adhikaris. We have to encourage them all the time. So that is with the Kanishta Adhikari. And with the equals, what should be our position? So we should have a right attitude and effective communication with each other. So this we will be discussing with the example of one very interesting story which comes in the Kishkinda Kand of Ramayana. Okay. So what happened is, during Kishkinda Kand, Sugriva aligns or he appoints different heads to go in 4 directions in search of Mother Sita. Okay. So he sends Dinata in the east direction. He sends Sushena in the west direction, and Chatabali in the north, and Hanuman and Sugriva in the south. Okay. And they were told, the condition was that you will be given 30 days. At the end of 30 days, you have to return back and give me the report, what you have done in last 1 month. If you don't return after 30 days, then you will be punished or you will be beheaded. So you have to come after 30 days. Even if you have completed the mission, not completed the mission, whatever you have done. So everyone disperses and goes in each direction which have been, they are appointed for. And they start searching for Mother Sita. And this south troop where Hanumanji and Angad, they're searching, this was a little, little special troop. So what they were doing is, they search and search and search. So during their search, they come to a mystical city called Hemapura. And this Hemapura, this city was very opulent. And, lot of opulence on the roads, very nice gardens and fruits and flowers and very nice weather, and all kinds of fruits are available and very beautiful people over there. So everything was very wonderful for someone to get allured to. So these troops stayed there for 2-3 days, and there they met one lady known as Swayam Prabha. Okay. So this Swayam Prabha was actually servant of Hema. And who is Hema? Hema is the mother of Mandodari. Okay. So this Swayam Prabha guides them that if you are searching for Mother Sita, go in this direction along the sea near the South Peninsula, and there you will be able to search Sita. So go in that direction. So everybody leaves Hemapura and starts searching in the direction given by Swayamprabha. And they walk and walk and walk many kilometers. And they come to a place where, the climate was very bad. Everything was, means the climate was very hot. The sun was, sun was shining very brightly. And their faces were parched and they were thirsty, and they all were feeling that there was no food to eat, and everybody was in a very difficult situation. And in such situation, to search for Mother Sita was becoming difficult. And on top of that, what happened is the 30 days, whatever the timeline given, was over. So everybody started, losing courage in that difficult, trying situations. So Angada, he said, at one day, at one point of time, he lost all courage, and he said, "Ki, see, anyways, we are going to die. We are not having any food or anything. Nothing is available here. So, anyways, we are dying here. And if at all we go back, then the Sugriva will kill us." Why? Because 30 days timeline is gone. And then for me, he will definitely kill me because I'm the son of Vali. So why to go and get killed at the hands of, Sugriva? I will sit for fasting here and I will do suicide. I will die. And many of the other members in other monkeys in that troop, they also felt, yes, Angada is saying very nice, and we should follow him. Sugriva will kill us. So they also said, yes, yes, we also will sit for fasting. And they all sat. So then what happened is, next, that there was other monkey. Okay. So this other one, he started saying his name was Taru. And Taru started saying, oh, why to go back to, Sugriva? He will anyways kill us. So better we will go to Hemapura again. That city was so nice and so opulent. So we will enjoy there, and let Sugriva do whatever. He will not know where we are. So we will escape the death also, and we'll be able to enjoy also. So let's go to Hemapura back. No need to go back to Sugriva. So what we are seeing here is, in a group, okay, what location or what position one takes, he diverts the other members of the group also to in a particular direction. So then Hanuman, stepped in and he consoled everyone. He said, "Ki, O Angada, you are the son of great Vali and Tara. You have such a reverential lineage, and why you are talking like this? Why you are losing courage? You have to, in fact, encourage others, but you are doing the totally opposite thing. If we go back and we will explain what all things we did and why we are not able to search Sita still, Sugriva will understand, and he will, it's not that he will really immediately kill us. So we don't have to be so much worried about it." And then he turned to Taru and he said, "Oh Taru, what you are saying that, we will go and enjoy in Hemapura. Do you think that we can escape the arrows of Lakshmana? Those arrows will come and shoot us anywhere, wherever we are. So don't think that you can escape and just have gala time in, Hemapura, and we will do sense enjoyment there." So then Hanuman says, in this trying situation, we will take shelter of Rama Katha. And then Hanuman started narrating them the stories of Lord Ram. So these all monkeys, they had never heard till that time about the, Ram Katha. So they started enjoying how the Jatayu gave up his life for Ram, and how things happen, how Shabari helped Ram and her devotion and all those. So as they started hearing the Ram Katha, they forgot their grief of not having food and the adverse climatic condition and all that. So what we try to understand in this story is, in a given situation, in a Sangha, what position we take during adversities. Do we lose our courage, strength during the adversities, or we start doubting the authority that why he has given me such service, he knows that I will not be able to do, or we are trying to take others in a wrong direction. So that is why it is very important to understand what position, what role we play in a particular Sangha. So especially in a Sangha of a devotee. So one has to be taking the role like Hanumanji, where Hanumanji felt that no, I will take everyone in the direction of Lord Rama, in Ram Katha, and by that I will take everyone in a right direction. He helped them to maintain their courage in the adverse situation. He helped them to connect to Lord Ram. So all these things are the qualities which are required to means required in us when we are in Sangha. So that is very important. So this is how we tried to discuss the Sangha with the equals, or juniors and equals, the group of juniors and equals. So in now the main focus of our discussion will be on the Sangha with superiors. So how we relate with our superiors and how we take their Sangha. So that is the main focus. Okay. So good association or good Sangha is possible only when there is a service attitude. Suppose you want to associate with some senior, there has to be a service attitude. If the service attitude is there, definitely you will have a good relationship with your superiors, with your guru, or with your counselor, like that. And if the what we say as a bad Sangha or not a very good Sangha is what there is association, but there is exploitation, and superiors are exploiting the inferiors, and inferiors are just having enjoying mentality and no serving mentality. So that is not the qualities of a good Sangha. Okay. So now we'll see what we discuss about Dadati Pratigrunati principle from the NOI verse. So how we should be applying that when we are taking the Sangha of a superior or guru or sannyasis, like that. So what we do is Dadati Pratigrunati means we give them new things. We buy certain things for them and we accept their old things in return. Okay. So we use them, they use whatever new thing, whatever best possible thing, we give it to them. And whatever they have used, we take it as Mahaprasad. So by this we can increase our attachment and attraction to that particular guru or sannyasi or whomsoever. So but for this we have to have that respect for the Mahaprasad of Vaishnavas. There are many examples in the scriptures that how people they respected the Mahaprasad. So and also there are examples where Mahaprasad was not respected. Like for example, when Durvasa Muni gave his garland, okay, to Indra. So what Indra did, somehow I don't know for what reason, he felt that he just took that garland and put it on Airavat, his elephant. Okay. Now, elephant, of course, he's an animal after all. He doesn't know what is Mahaprasad and what is all. So what Airavata did, he took that garland and put it on the ground and he trampled by his feet. And Durvasa was very, very angry that oh, you have treated my Mahaprasada in such a way. So you will lose all your kingdom. So see, just a little mistake of not honoring the Mahaprasad costed so much for Indra. So this is how we should be respecting the Mahaprasad. Okay. So the same thing regarding the food also. What we say, bhungte bhojayate. I will try to share something. Yeah, I hope you are able to see. So this we are discussing the Sanga with the seniors or gurus. Okay. So the same principle what we discussed yesterday, dadati prati grunati guhyam akhyati prachati bhunte bhojayate chaiva shadvidham priti lakshanam. So each of these, dadati prati grunati 1, guhyam akhyati prachati 2, and bhunte bhojayate chaiva 3. So we will see how this is applied with the Sangha of senior or gurus, how we should be applying this. So now we discuss Dadati Pratigranati, like we should be giving them new things, whatever it may be. Sometimes the winter is there, you give them new sweater or new cap or new blanket or whatever. And they gave some of their old things to you as a prasad, and you honor that like that. Then another thing is what bhungte bhojayate. So we should be offering them prasad. You can offer Prabhupada appearance day or disappearance day is there, or Guru's Vyas Puja is there. So we offer them chappan bhog and many, even much more than chappan. So out of love, devotees offer lot of food. And then what the Guru does, he gives it as a Mahaprasad to us. Right? So they distribute the Mahaprasad to us. So we take that and it's a very precious thing. Why it is precious? Because Krishna has accepted it, and after Krishna, the Guru has accepted it. So that becomes Mahaprasad. And if it comes to you through the Guru's hand, nothing like it. Then it's a very great occasion. So like that, we see this helps. So how this, eating Mahaprasad of a devotee helps. So as you know, it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Vishaira Anna Khaila Malina Hayya Man. Malina Manera Na Hayya Krishnera Smaran. Means if we eat from the hands of non-devotees, the food cooked by non-devotees, which is not offered, then what happens? Vishaira Anna Khaila Malina Hayya Man. Our mind will get contaminated. And what will happen due to contaminated mind? Malina Manera Na Haya Krishnera Smaran. So remembrance of Krishna will be difficult if we are eating food from the Vishai or non-devotees. So reverse also is true. If we are eating food from the devotee's hand, that will lead us to remember Krishna much more, much faster, and in a much better way. So that is why we should be honoring prasad given by the senior devotees or gurus like that. We see the example comes in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Narad Muni in his previous birth, okay, he was the son of a maid servant, okay, and this maid servant during Chaturmas, some Bhakti Vedantas had come to their village, and she used to go to serve them. And when she was going to serve them, this small child Narada used to go. And every day he used to hear katha, do some little service, whatever he could do. And whatever their remaining remnant of the prasada was there, this Narad Muni, or that time he was not Muni, but this child Narada, he used to eat that. So by eating the Mahaprasad of Bhakti Vedantas for 4 months, what it led to, he became Narad Muni in the next birth. So that powerful is this remnants of the Vaishnavas or senior Vaishnavas. So Bhungte Bhojayate with the seniors has to be understood this way. Then we come to the very important part of Guhyam Akhyati Prachati. So someone may say that, oh, what can we ask Guru Maharaj? Okay, he's so such a exalted position. Or what can I ask to my counselor? He is very senior. Okay. So what we should be inquiring with them? That we can inquire them, remedy for our bad tendencies. That, oh, I have these bad habits and actually I want to get rid of this. So please guide me. How can I do that? That is one thing. Means if you have fear that if I share this with other members who are at equal level with me, they may ridicule me or they may laugh at me, and I may feel more depressed rather than getting any encouragement. So with senior I can confide, I have this habit and I want to come out of it, so please help me. Or we can inquire about inner wealth of his heart, the Krishna prema, that how you came into the devotion, how, or we can ask them that how you are doing sadhana so nicely. Every day you are there for the Mangalarti, I see, without fail, all 365 days. What inspires you to do this? I also want to be like you. So this is Guhyam Akhyati Prachati. And when the seniors see our genuine interest in knowing things, in progressing, they also reveal their heart and they will tell us, oh, this is the way you can progress in your heart, devotional life, or this is the way you can come over your bad habits, or this is the way you can study more. So by listening to all this, what will happen, then slowly our progress will become faster in devotional life. So thus we shall try to collect the secret and of secret jewels in the heart of a guru or senior devotees by doing Guhyam Akhyati Prachati in this way. So then we come to the very important aspect of what are the elements of Sangha. Okay, what are the elements? So we'll just try to see here. Okay, so we are discussing what are the elements of good Sangha. So there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita which says that Srimad Bhagavatam Arthanam Aswado Rasikaihi Saha Sajatiya Ashe Snigdhe Sadhu Sange Swatovare. Means what? This verse says that one should taste the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of pure devotees. And one should associate with the devotees who are more advanced than oneself and who are endowed with similar type of affection for the Lord. This is very important. Who are endowed with a similar type of affection for the Lord. What it means. So we'll try to see. So first is said is Sajatiya Ashe. Sajatiya Ashe means what? Like-minded devotees. So actually this like-mindedness, over the years, the definition of like-mindedness go on changing or go on upgrading. We can say like that. First, when we come to devotion, we like to mingle with devotees, and slowly our interest goes down in mingling with the non-devotees. So for at that stage, devotees are our Sajatiya Ashe or like-minded devotees for us. Then over 1 or 2 years as we move further, then what happens? Then one starts feeling that, yeah, I have come in a Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, where primarily Radha Krishna are worshipped and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are worshipped. So I like to be in this parampara. So your interest of other devotees like Sri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, they are also devotees. It's not that they are not non-devotees. But because their worshipable form of Lord is something different than what we are worshipping here. So our Sajati Ashe definition gets more fine-tuned. That I like to mingle more with the devotees in my same Sampradaya. whose worshipable form of the Lord is same. So they start worshipping, that they become our Sajatiya Ashram. After that, when still some more years we are there in the devotional life, 10 years, 15 years, then our liking gets more fine tuned. Some of the devotees like kirtan more, so they will move around with those devotees who do kirtan, who like kirtan, or who play some instruments like that, so that they are attached to them. Or some of the devotees, they like deity worship, so they will mingle with those devotees who are doing deity worship. How to get the paraphernalia for the Lord, how to make turban, and how to get good clothes for the Lord, and on which particular special days how to dress the Lord. So they will mingle together. Or some of the devotees, they will have more interest in studying the scriptures, so they will mingle with those devotees, they will form a group, they will study the books together, or they will take interest in um, exchanging what they read with each other. So this is how our definition of Sajati Ashray goes on fine tuning over the years. And finally, when someone reaches at the stage of bhava or prema, it is the most finely tuned, that whichever rasa one wants to worship the Lord, he will find the same devotees who are also doing the worship of the Lord in same rasa. So this is how the definition will go fine tuning. So there is one verse in the Hari Bhakti Sudhoday, where who is saying this verse is Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu is saying this verse to Prahlad Maharaj, and the verse goes like this, that Yasya yat sangati puso manivat syat sattunai tadgune swakula hridayo tato dhiman swayutan eva samshrayaha. So Hiranyakashipu is saying here to Prahlad Maharaj, "O Prahlad, don't mingle with the devotees. You are a asura. You are a asura, means born in the asura dynasty, and if you want to become a very great asura, you should mingle with asuras and not with the devotees. Then if you mingle with the devotees, you will lose your goal, you will get sidetracked." Hiranyakashipu was not knowing actually what was the goal of Prahlad Maharaj, and that is why he is saying that you will lose your goal. You will not understand what was your goal. So, like this, Sajati Ashray. So, what we want to become, similarly, same association one tries to take, and that definition of association gets fine tuned over the years. Then we come next to Snigdhe. Okay, Snigdhe is what? So, this affection, what we were talking yesterday among devotees. So, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Swami has said in at one place that that path of perfection is long, and it has lot of pebbles and thorns in between the path of perfection. But if we have association of like-minded, affectionate devotees, then the journey, during journey, we don't experience much distress. Okay, so that is how we should have association of loving, affectionate, caring devotees. This is what is termed as snigdhe. Okay, and then again, what is important is swatovare. Okay, so what is this swatovare? This is the association should be with more advanced devotees. At least it should be, there should be a devotee who is really concerned for you to advance, means he wants you to advance in your devotion. So such kind of association we should be taking as yeah, I think as it is said in the Nectar of Instruction verse. What it is said is, Krishne tiyasya giritam dikshasti cheta pranati bhajanyamanyam शुश्रूषया भजति चेत् अन्यनिन्दादिशून्यम् ipsita sangalabdhaya. So one should, this is again giving us the differentiation, what we are talking, the Kanishtadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and Uttamadhikari. So one should mentally honor the devotee who chants the holy name of Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation or diksha and is engaged in worshipping the deity. And one should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. So, as we were discussing the Kanishtadhikari and Madhyamadhikari, we discussed Uttamadhikari, how that Uttamadhikari is, his heart is completely pure. He doesn't criticize anybody. And he has, he has undeviated devotion towards Lord Krishna and he is constantly engaged in serving Krishna. So we should aspire to take association, Sanga of such devotees. Okay. So this is how we saw these three levels of association and how we should be going about it. Now we will see some of the very interesting verses in Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures which describe the glories of Sangha. Okay. So this is the verse from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 25th chapter, 25 verse, which is again the Kapil Dev's Shiksha. Okay. Where Lord says that Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanaadashvapavargavartmani shraddharatir bhaktiranukramishati. So in the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. And thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begins. So what is important is in association of devotees, pure devotees, we should be discussing the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Lord. And even suppose Guru will not be available all the time, right? But under the guidance of some senior or some like-minded devotees can come together and read scriptures and try to asvade. What it is said is Srimad Bhagavatam asvade sata prasangat bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. Lord's katha is how it is a rasayan. It is a very nectarian thing for the ear. And when we hear such katha in the association of the devotees, that will help us to increase our devotion, our rati towards the Supreme Lord. So that is why it is very, very important that we discuss the katha. Like recently we have started the reading and studying of Krishna book by Sri Prabhupada. So where we are discussing the katha among the group of devotees around 30, 40 like that, and we are discussing the whatever kathas of Krishna through Krishna book. So it's a guided reading, that reading as well as some explanation like that. So this is how we should be doing. So yeah, the other very, very this I think all of you must have heard this shloka. Okay. This says is Sadhu Sanga Sarva Shastre Kay Lava Matra Sadhu Sange Sarva Siddhi Hai. So lava is a very, very tiny portion of a second. Okay, 1 second is how much, and small portion of that 1 second is called as lava. Okay, so it is saying lava matra sadhu sange, even that much association of a sadhu what will happen by that? Sarva Siddhi hai. So there is very nice story in the Srimad Bhagavatam regarding how to understand. Oh, really? This much association, lava matra. Lava is so small a time period, and that much association can give all siddhis. How can it be possible? So what happened? Prahlad Maharaj had one uncle. Okay, Hiranyakashipu died, and his uncle was also asur, kind of asur mentality. So Prahlad Maharaj was very concerned for him, and he wanted that he should progress, he should get some bhakti. So he tried many times, but without any success. He wanted that he should come in devotion, he should take name of the Lord at least sometimes, like that. But he failed. So one time Narad Muni comes to Prahlad Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj expresses his grief, that oh Gurudev, please help my uncle. I have tried many times, but I have failed. So if you can, give him bhakti in any way, I will be really grateful. So please help him. So Narad Muni said, all right, I'll go to him and I will try to talk to him. Okay. So Narad Muni takes his veena, and early morning next day he goes to that uncle's house. Narayana, Narayana. And this uncle got wild. Who in the morning, early morning is, taking the name of the Lord here? Why you have come? And he became very wild. And he took a danda and he came to hit Narad Muni. So Narad Muni started running. Okay. So Narad Muni is running and saying Narayana, Narayana. And this uncle, he's with the dhanda, he's running behind Narad Muni. And then Narad Muni felt ki, oh, this is really difficult case. Okay. But I have told my disciple, Prahlad Maharaj, that I should help him. So what he did, he's looking in front because he's running. Na? That uncle is behind. But Narad Muni is saying, you know what, with whatever kind of activities you are doing, you will definitely go to hell. But do one thing, please remember my word. Whenever you will go to Yamaraja's abode, before your punishments begin, just ask one question to Yamarajji. And what is that one question? Ask Yamarajji, what is the fruit of associating with the sadhu for one kshana? Just ask this one question. And he kept running, Narad Muni. And he said to him like that. So he said, this uncle, he just overheard this, and he said, okay, I'll see what to do. And finally, Narad Muni ran away. It so happened that in few days, this uncle left body. And as was said, because he has done all kinds of sins. Okay. So naturally, he went to Yamapuri. Okay. And Chitragupta read all the accounts, whatever he has done. And his punishment was to, to remain in the hell for many, many years, like that. So then he said, okay. But then he remembered suddenly that what Narad Muni had told him while running. And he said, okay, fine, Yamarajji, but I have one question. Please give me answer of my question, and then I'm ready for whatever punishment you are giving. So Yamaraj said, okay, what is your question? So he said, please tell me that what is the fruit of associating with sadhu for one kshana. So Yamaraj started feeling, he started scratching his head. Oh, what is the fruit of one kshana sadhu sam? Then he couldn't get the answer. He searched in chat GPT, on net, everywhere. No answer he was getting. So then he said, okay, I'll take help of someone else. So the Yamarajas, means those, Yamaraja is a post. So those who were on the post of Yamaraja before him, prior to him, he took advice of them, that please, this is the question which has come to me and I don't know really the answer. So can you please help? What is the fruit of associating for one kshana of sadhu sanga? What is the fruit? So they also searched in the scriptures, here, there, but no concluding answers they could get. So then they decided, okay, what we will do is we will go to the king of heaven, Indra, and we will ask them that this Jiva is asking this question. So please help us to find the answer. So Yamaraja took that uncle, that Jiva, also along with him on his carrier, and he went to Swarga to ask Indra. Then when Indra heard, he said, "Ki actually I have never come across such question. Anybody didn't ask me. So I know that Sadhu Sangha is great, but what is the fruit of associating with Sadhu for one kshana or few moment? I don't know that really. So but I also want to know the answer." So they decided, okay, what we will do is we will all go to Brahmaji. Okay. Indra says, come, I will take all of you on my Airavat to Brahmaloka and we will ask Brahmaji. So they all went to Brahmaloka along with this uncle, Jiva. And they asked Brahmaji, Brahmaji, we are in little problem that some Jiva has come to Yamapuri and he has lot of punishment to bear. But before punishment, he asked us one question, that what is the fruit of associating with sadhu for one kshana? And we don't know the answer really. So please help us to get the answer. So Brahmaji, again, he, searched in the scriptures and things like that. He said, actually, this question had never come to me also. So nobody has discussed this question. So I don't know the answer of this really. But I also want to know the answer. So maybe Shivji will be knowing the answer of this. He's Maha Vaishnava. So we will go to Shivji and we will try to discuss this question with Shivji. So come, let's go. I will take you on my carrier, okay, Hansa, and we'll go to Shivaloka and we will all ask and discuss this question with Shivji. So they all mounted on the next carrier of Brahmaji and they went to Shivaloka. Now Shivji was in Samadhi, but when he saw, oh, so many people have come to meet me today, there must be something special. So he opened his eyes and he said, what is the matter? And he saw one Jiva, why he has come to Kailasha, he's thinking. So he asked, what's the matter? And this Brahmaji told, actually, these all people came to me to ask the answer of a question, that what is the fruit of one moment of Sadhu Sangha. And I really don't know the answer. So I want, if you can, help me get the answer of this. So then Shivji thought about it. Oh, anytime have I come across such question? Anytime such incident has happened that somebody just associated with sadhu for a moment, and what fruit he got really, I also don't. But then the question was so interesting. Even Shivji wanted to know the answer of this. So Shivji said, we might as well go to Vaikuntha and ask Lord Narayana that what is the fruit of associating with a sadhu for a moment. So come, let's go. I will take you on my Nandi and we'll all go to Vaikuntha Loka and we'll discuss this with Lord Narayana. He must be knowing. So they all landed up in Vaikuntha. And Lord Narayana was smiling and he was saying, oh, all of you, Shivji, Brahmaji, Indra, and all of you have come here and this Jiva has come. What is the matter? And they all narrated the story and the answer, what they were expecting from Lord Narayana. And Lord Narayana thought about it and he said, see, I know about the greatness of Sadhu Sangha, but what exactly will be the fruit of, associating with a sadhu for a moment? I'm not very sure. But I know only one person who can give the correct answer of this. Who? Lord Krishna. So from Vaikuntha, we will go to Golokadham and we will ask this question to Lord Krishna. And there we will, definitely get the answer. That is the Supreme Abode, and Supreme Lord will definitely enlighten us with the answer of this question. So fine. So everybody decides and they land on, Vaikuntha, the Garuda airlines, and they went to Golokadham. And they saw the beautiful form of Krishna and they became very happy, and Krishna was smiling and he saw that so many people have come with this one jiva. Okay. So he asked, yeah, what you want to know from me? And then Lord Narayana said, actually, all of us, we are searching the answer of this one question which this jiva asked to Yamaraj. Uh, Before his punishment, he wanted the answer of this. So Lord said, yeah, what is the question? And he said, he's asking, what is the fruit of one moment of Sadhu Sangha? So Lord Krishna said, can't you see? It is self-evident. This jiva, which is so sinful and is entitled for a punishment for many, many years in a hell, that jiva, you yourself, all the great personalities, all the greatest of my devotees, Shivji, Brahmaji, Indra, Yamaraj, all you Mahajanas have brought him yourself to my abode. Can't you see the fruit of Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha? And what is my abode? One who reaches here, Yadgatvana Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. Those who reach to my abode, they will never go back. So now he has reached here and he will not leave the Goloka Dham. So this is the fruit of one moment of Sadhu Sangha. That just Narad Muni, while running, he just told him, ask one question to Yamaraj before your punishment. That what is the fruit of a moment of Sadhu Sangha? So this is the fruit actually of Sadhu Sangha. That Sadhu Sangha can help you go back to Godhead. Even if you are sinful, even if you have committed many aparadhas, even if you have done many mistakes, that does not mean that we keep doing many things, aparadhas and mistakes, and we'll associate with sadhu and then we'll go back to Godhead. Not like that. But this is the fruit of associating with the sadhu. So scriptures say that this verse comes in the first canto of 18th chapter, 13th verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, where it says that Tulayam lavenapi na swargam na punarbhavam Bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kimutashisha. The value of a moment's association with a devotee of the Lord cannot even be compared to the attainment of heavenly planets or liberation from matter. And what to speak of worldly benedictions in the form of material prosperity, which are for those who are meant for death. Okay. So what is saying is the value of moment's association of a devotee is much, much, much more than one attaining the heaven or one attaining the liberation. So it is much more than that. So similar, one more story we'll discuss. Time is going to be up, but just quickly we'll discuss that what the association gives, okay, of association of a sadhu. So you all know this story of Nalakuvera. Okay, we discussed this during Kartik month. So this Nalakuvera, in a Kailash mountain, there was one very nice lake. and in a nude state they were having play with some young woman. And Narad Muni happened to pass from near them. But immediately those ladies, they pulled down their clothes. But these two Kuver Putras, Nala Kuver and Manigriva, they didn't feel the need of doing that. And they were standing drinking liquor in front of Narad Muni in a nude state. So actually, this is an insult to Sadhu. But Narad Muni did not take it as an insult, but he felt compassion for these souls. Okay. And what he so-called curse Narad Muni gave to these two, okay, that they will become a tree in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj in Vrindavan. So, such a sinful this act they were doing, Nalakuver and Manigriva. But what they received is thousands of years of Brajavas. And what happened with the association of pure devotees of Krishna over there, although they were standing as a tree, but all around them were all the pure devotees of Krishna, those who loved Krishna so much. So that purified them so much that ultimately what happened, Lord relieved them from that tree birth. And not only he relieved them from tree birth, but he awarded them the prema bhakti of the Lord. So this is what is the importance of Sadhu Sangha. And that is why we should, suppose somebody is thinking why we should be taking Sadhu Sangha, what is the need of that? That Sadhu Sangha can cause miracles in our life. It can award the highest abode of Lord. It can award the prema bhakti of the Lord. That is the effect of association of a sadhus. So thus, in the life of a devotee or life as a devotee, we should be trying to develop this activity of good association, good sangha, swajatiya ashe, what we were discussed. And what will happen by that? This will nourish, this will support, and this will flourish our devotion. It will, make our devotion wholesome. And as we discussed, the path of devotion, although it may not be very smooth, but it will become pleasant with the association of loving, caring devotees. So here we end our today's class. So if any one of you have any questions, you may raise the hand or you can type the questions in the chat box and we will try to address the questions. Yeah. Yes, Achyut Govinda Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
It is a very interesting session which you have taken. In fact, you have quoted excellent examples. I never thought that such type of examples can be correlated with sadhu sang.
Yeah.
One thing is that. Another thing is, I just want to I want to know something more, that why should we not have sajatiya relationship? Means with the different parampara people, why should we not have sang?
Yeah,
Kindly elaborate it.
yeah, very nice question. I have not said that we should not be having a relationship with the other sampradaya devotees. What I said is, as we progress in the devotion, our devotion becomes more focused. Okay. And naturally, there is an attraction. Suppose a Sri Sampradaya devotee is there. It's not that we don't respect him. Of course, we respect him. But they will have the reverential mood towards the Lord. Okay. And in that reverential mood, they will be serving the form of Lord Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Okay. And when you come to this sampradaya, it will be more of a Radha Krishna service. So as one devotee progresses further, his attraction to particular form of the Lord increases. And due to that, those who are serving the same form of the Lord, his attraction towards them also increases. So there is naturally less tendency to associate with them. It's not that we should not be associating them. I never said that. But natural tendency reduces because our it is like, what, suppose you have a friend, okay, you have a best friend or you have a few friends who meet in the evening, and you discuss something about what is going on in the society, this that, okay, but slowly you came into contact with the devotees and you started feeling, oh, then I want to discuss about the devotional matter, and you started associating with some of the devotees who are devotee in the same temple. Then you may, discuss Krishna Katha or things like that. So what happened, naturally your attraction to associate with those friends in the society went down because there was similar interest, right? So same thing happens when somebody is in the other sampradaya. Those who are progressing in one sampradaya, they will respect them, they will go to their temple, everything they will do. But that inner closeness will be with those who are worshipping the same form of the Lord. That's what I meant.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else has any questions? Yeah, before you drop out, I want to just tell you something that we are actually conducting. Recently, we have started with the Krishna book reading, guided reading sessions, which happens every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9. Sorry, 8:15 to 9:30. So where we discuss, means read and discuss, that is in Hindi. So if any one of you, you are interested in reading Krishna book along with the devotees, you may please contact me, and I can give you the details. Yeah. So I will try to put my number in the chat box. If anybody is interested, they can contact me. Okay. So I have put my number in the chat box. I can guide you if anyone is interested. Yeah. So yeah, I don't see any of the hands up or any further, or there is nothing in the chat box. So Sakshi Mataji, should we be ending the session?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful session. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you all of your wonderful devotees who were present yesterday and today, or some of maybe present only today or only yesterday. So thank you all, and I thank Rupanuga Institute also for giving me this wonderful opportunity to serve the sincere devotees like you. So thank you all very much. If this both this session has helped you in any way, I will consider my services fruitful. Hare Krishna. So Sri Sadhu Sanga topic ki jai. Sri Radharas Bihari Bhagwan ki jai. Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya ki jai. Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.